Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play The Simpsons Hit and Run. It is just me coming at you for this one. I do not have a guest commentator this time around, unfortunately. I actually will be talking to JT on Discord later on tonight, but we are working on a project, and I want to have time tonight to just do that. I don't want to have to also do this. Also, I'd like to get some other guests in here at some point, probably, hopefully in the next video. But just doing this one by myself because it has been a week or maybe a little over a week since I put up the last one. I was going to try to because I had this one recorded last week, like the gameplay of it, and I was going to try to schedule it. I was going to record it ahead of time and schedule it to be put up on like Saturday, just so there wouldn't be so much time in between videos, because I'm trying to like get on a good clip uploading these videos. I've been saying that and trying to do that for 3 years, however long I've been doing this channel, but anyway. Because I was on vacation over Memorial Day weekend. I had my first proper vacation since before COVID, considerably before COVID actually, with Liv. We went to Miami. It was very nice. Wasn't too hot, surprisingly enough. I mean, it definitely was hot and humid, but usually pretty breezy. We were on the beach, right on the beach, so it was nice. And I don't know if I'm going to talk about the trip very much because we really just kind of hung out. We went out to eat a bunch of places. Our place had a nice pool, and we went on the beach most days. They had an air show with some planes, which was pretty cool. We also went to a movie theater and saw Top Gun Maverick. Almost no one was in the theater. I have found that people don't really go to the movies in like beach towns on big weekends, because last year, our first movie that we saw in theaters since the beginning of the pandemic was the newest Fast and Furious F9, which is a really stupid title. And that was we saw that 4th of July weekend, and granted it wasn't the opening weekend of that movie like it was for Top Gun, but it's still, it was the most popular movie out at that time for sure. And yeah, there was like 2 old people there and no one else. And today it was like, or not today, but when we went to see Top Gun, it was a Saturday matinee, and it was a huge theater, but yeah, it was like these 2 kids who left halfway through, and then this like young couple. But it's fine. I certainly don't mind having a theater mostly to myself, and it was a good movie. Maybe I'll probably talk more about Top Gun than about the trip itself.
Oh, Shiva smiles on such behavior.
I had to stop to take a sip of a beverage. The beverage being ginger ale that I opened a while ago, so it's not as bubbly or cold or satisfying, but it's okay. Yeah, anyway, so that's what I was doing. That's why there was a bit of a delay. I got back Monday afternoon. I've basically just been like going to work and then going to sleep on Monday and Tuesday. I was just like super tired, even though I spent the whole weekend just like chilling out. But it was really nice. Our only vacations that we've had the last like 3 years have been going to like New Jersey, like within like 100 miles or so, and which is fine, but like the beaches aren't as nice, and whatever. It's actually, now I'm back here in Philly, it's actually hotter here than it was in Miami over the weekend. It's been pretty brutally hot since I've gotten back to I almost said back to the East Coast. I was on the East Coast, but back to the Mid-Atlantic. Yeah, I've just, being in a place with, like, pretty nice weather. It did rain a lot on our way out, but that's fine. Going to a place with, like, nice weather and then coming back here in the middle of, well, not the middle of the summer at all, but now the summer is April to October. There's no spring or fall anymore. It's either 80 degrees or 30 degrees at all times. In Philly, it's been that way most of the time that I've lived here. But anyway, yeah, I'm just very sweaty, like, walking to and from work. I walked back from work today, and I changed into some nicer, well, not nicer, but, better for being outside clothes than I was wearing at work, and even then, I was pretty goddamn sweaty by the time I got home. But I don't mind getting sweaty walking from work. Walking to work and getting sweaty is a pain in the ass, because then I have to be at work and I'm damp and I look like shit. And it's usually, like, the days that I shower. That makes it sound like I shower very infrequently. I do a full shower where I wash my hair every other morning. And then, but I wash my body in between that. Why am I saying this? Why am I defending my showering schedule to you people? I guess I don't want people to think I'm dirty. I also don't know why I included this. I was just checking my mission progress to see where I was at the very start of this. Speaking of which, there's a video game going on that I could talk about. This is the Simpsons Hit and Run, if you forgot. And this is the 9th video of me playing it. And this is the Apu level. We are playing as the racial stereotype character. One of probably several that I'm forgetting. But the main one in the main cast of characters in Springfield. And yes, Apu is indeed a racial stereotype. I don't have much to say about it beyond that. I still think he's a good character. Like, while, in the older seasons, I think his episodes and his stories that center more on him or feature him prominently flesh him out to be a good character and beyond just the stereotype. Also, most people in The Simpsons are, like, broad stereotypes of kinds of people. And, they're all, like, dummies. I don't know. I guess not excusing anything. I understand people not wanting it to be voiced by a white guy. Although, apparently, me and JT were talking about this after we recorded the last one. And we looked up whether, like, what have they done with the character in recent seasons, and apparently Apu has just, like, not been on the show since they made that decision to not have Hank Azaria play it. Maybe they haven't found a voice actor yet or something, but I don't know, that seems weird to just, like, completely remove him from the show because you, like, don't want to make anybody mad, but then you also don't feel like actually looking for an actor. I don't know, I just kind of don't buy that it's taken, like, more than 2 seasons to find an Indian voice actor. But what do I know? But yeah, I don't have a whole bunch to say about this part of it. The first leg of this level that we are doing in this episode is not too bad. Nothing to write home about. Here's a great example of the awesome camera in this game. Sometimes the camera is just really good, like this. And yeah, I was, like, just walking forward, and I knew there was an enemy. I knew there was an enemy up here, and I was like, I'm gonna get my ass kicked because I can't see shit. Usually I just get my ass kicked because I suck at the game. But anyway, yeah, the first part of this level is not too bad, and here, as always, I'm spending the first bit of the video going around and just collecting all of the things. As you can see, a lot of the Buzz Cola boxes and Wasp cameras, and even some of the trading cards are in the same place in a lot of the level. Not in all the levels, as far as I can tell at least. Because I usually check the same places, and not every level has the same map. This is like, I don't know what it's called, but I'm gonna call this like the downtown map, because it has the like highways and stores and shit. And then you have like the residential area where it's the houses and the school and the shit that we were doing in the Marge level, in the last level. And then there's the one in like the Lisa level that has the... It might be the same thing as this. I don't know. I don't know how many maps there are in this game. I am not a Simpsons hit and run expert. One of the co-commentators that I plan on having is Tyler, because he knows this game very well and like knows speedrun tactics and things like that. So that'll be the single episode of this Let's Play that will have actual information about this game and not just riffs and talking about other things. But anyway, it is the second part of this level that we are going to do in the next episode that is a pain in the ass, in my opinion. It is also the last part of this game that I have played. The last level that I completed before starting this LP was this one. So I might try to play ahead on my other file and, you know, just before I record the next level just to see what the deal is. But I might not, so you never know. The last bit of this game might be completely new to me. Although you won't really get the sort of blind LP experience because I'm doing post-commentary, but what are you going to do? But yeah, the second part with, like, Snake, I mean, I don't need to get into it now. There's going to be a whole video about it, so you can watch that. And yeah, now that I've taken 45 tries to do that part, where you jump on the little hot dog things, I don't know why I call them that. That's not what they look like. It reminds me of they remind me of one of the platforming bits in the Ratatouille game. Lots of things remind me of the Ratatouille game. I think it might just be because it is a 3D platformer, and a lot of those have a lot of similar elements, like platforms that you jump on. Cool thing about this video, though, is that my wandering around wasn't entirely pointless, because I do end up finding all of the cards, kind of by accident, and one of them I took far too long trying to get. It's one that you have to, like, fly off of one of the highways to get, and I found it, like, by accident and missed it the first time, so I had to go around, but I, like, forgot. The highway part of this game is confusing to me because I am an idiot. I'm bad at driving in real life, so I'm not that much better in games, just in terms of navigation and stuff, not even, like, control. But that also. And so I spent like 25 minutes just like going around the wrong roads trying to find that, and don't know what that was. I'm really fucking up here. I didn't even realize when I was editing this. Just getting stuck on things and falling, and oof, I'm just having a bad time as a poo, I guess. It'd be weird if the characters had like different physics to them or whatever, or different abilities. Like if you could play back levels as different characters and use their different abilities. I mean, I guess you can take the cars. The cars are the main difference. This is a fucking driving game. What am I talking about? Like, why would that be a thing? I always think I act like this is just a regular 3D platformer because I spend most of my time doing shit like this. Because this is the exact type of thing I do in every 3D platformer I play for like the first or second time. Which is be overly cautious on the platforms to the point that I just fall off anyway. You know what is a game that like is just full of opportunities for me to do that is Celeste, which I got about halfway through and have not finished. But I should try to finish it. It's one of those games that like I got decently far in, but I was at an annoying part and I stopped and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna play this for a little bit. And then of course, you know, like 50 years pass, and then I want to go back to it, but I can't just like pick up where I was, because it was a part that I was having trouble with like when I was playing the game. Now I'm like years without playing it. So I'd have to like start it all over again, and you have to be in a certain mood to want to play the beginning of a game. At least I do. Sometimes I'll be like, I want to play this game, but I want to play like the middle of it. And, I don't have a file of it or whatever, if it's a game that I own, at that part or whatever. And I'd have to start a new game, and it's like, well, I don't want to play the beginning of the game. That's not as fun. I always do that with Creature from the Krusty Krab, because the tutorial sections in that game are like, they just take too long. The first few levels of that game are just very uninteresting to me. I mean, they're fine, but they like move very sluggishly, and you can't skip anything. But a lot of the like middle levels I think are cool. It's very important that you see me crack open this Buzz Cola box, and also the vending machine. I think I show me getting the vending machine, right? You betcha. Kick, kick, kick. Some of them get stuck in the building and you can't get them. Love when that happens. And remember this? Hey, look. It's like we did this before as another character. Well, we did. And we're doing it again. I think there's 3 times where you can do this, and each time the stuff on the roof, or roofs, the roofs, is different a little bit. There's no monorail for one thing. I don't think so. I don't think you can get in it, at least. And yeah, there's a card over there. I think the card was up here, right? In this part of the roof, in the other one. Yeah. I'm a real Simpsons hit-and-run master here. I hope you're learning a lot from my commentary. It only just occurred to me that you can probably just jump on the monorail thing and go over to the card. You don't have to do the little jumping over yonder that I'm going to do in a moment. Not that it would really save you much time, or that it's all that difficult to do the jumping, but... So, I've managed to kill almost 18 minutes of this video, doing pretty good. Mostly not doing missions, as I said, focusing on the first bit of this level and just leaving all the annoying bits to the next video, where I will probably be talking to Tyler or some other gentleman about some other stuff. Also, I need to like record that. I haven't done that yet. I've only recorded up to this video. Teehee. But let's round out the old trading cards, why don't we? Anywho, while I'm just sitting here and don't have a whole lot to talk about, I want to talk about something that I've just been thinking about for a little while, and I don't want to, like, make a whole video about it, like asking people's input on it. Oh yeah, this part, it took me literally like 3 times to notice that the fucking, the floor was moving. I thought I was just falling off. It's kind of a subtle movement there. Also, I'm stupid, so that's part of it also. But anyway, so yeah, I didn't want to make a whole thing out of it, because it's not that big a deal, but I do want people's like input on it. I want to do a lot of things in terms of my YouTube stuff. I want to do some different things. But mostly lately I've been thinking about, I want to change the name of this channel. Because without getting into much of my current like master plan for what I want to do with my internet self, which, I mostly am not going to say because it's not really a master plan. It could, like all my master plans, it could and will change, but, as time goes on. But I want to change my channel name because I just think Timbo 2, I want this channel to kind of stand on its own as just, here's the gaming boy. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if it's Timbo 2, because most people, I think, at this point, who are subscribed to me, are people who, like, I think all of the people who are originally subscribed to my original channel and, like, have watched all my other videos and stuff, all the people who, like, were going to come from my first channel probably already have in the first, you know, again, I've been doing this channel for almost 3 years. So I, you know, the more recent subscribers of the last year or two, yeah, I think have been people who have independently found my videos, or people who have found my videos through Twitch. I know of a couple of people who that's the case, but
I'm afraid we have a medical emergency.
so I want to have it be like its own thing. I don't want it to be tethered to the other Timbo channel. So, but I don't know what to call it. My two first ideas that come to mind are the most basic, stupid one being like Timbo Games or Timbo Gaming, but like barf. I hate that. I mean, I'll do it if people don't hate it, because, you know, the whole point is just that it's different. But I don't know. I kind of feel like hacky doing that. The other one would be Official Pope Francis, because I don't really have any plans to change that Twitch name. I think it's funny. And I do want to start, you know, uploading more stream stuff to YouTube if people are interested in it. And in general, like, you know, I do the games on Twitch. I do the games on here. Makes sense. And also Official Pope Francis is a funny name.
Selling to you at an insanely high price? Yes.
I am very much open to suggestions, so to any brave soul who has gotten this far into the video and is listening, please let me know any ideas you may have, or just what, you know, your thoughts on that. I also would like to change my channel icon and my header image, but I don't know what to do with any of those things either. It's just something I'll have to think about. And in terms of the header, I would probably, like, get someone to design something for me, but I don't have any ideas off the top of my head. I'm burping, I'm sorry. I ate a lot of food before this. Yeah, I would probably get someone to design something, but I don't have any ideas off the top of my head right now. I do think, like, I always, when I think of what a header would be that I would like, I think of, like, having characters or symbols or something from each of the things I've Let's Played in my header that, like, updates as I go along, which admittedly is an idea that I am stealing from probably lots of other Let's Players, but the first person that I saw do it was Chugga Conroy, back when I watched him in, like, middle school. And I don't know, I still kind of like that idea. I'm really glad that you can go through the park sign, it doesn't fuck you up. So, yeah, it could be something like that, but again, I'm open to any suggestions. I just, like, I'm very bad at this sort of thing of the like outward appearances and the not that this is really what I'm talking about, but like promotion and whatnot. Yeah. I don't like that shit. Always feels hokey, so I need help with it. So I wanted some input.
Information about drugs delivering evil cola. How can I get this classified data?
Sorry, Apu. I'm a drink-squeezy, punchy lowlife. You need a professional scumbag. Follow a cop until you find one. You'll have better luck if you know, look American.
Thank you, horrible man.
I really like that line. Thank you, horrible man. Krusty is a horrible man, it's true. Anyway, we're just squeezing in one last mission in here. That's why I'm being a little more edit man with the dissolves here, not showing all the wonderful driving to and fro, because, you know, these videos don't need to be super long. I like how you have to look at yourself in the window to start the mission, because they didn't want to do another little dialogue thing. Anyway, So yeah, there's not much room for error with picking up these donuts. The time they give you is pretty tight, and you basically need to motor and just get all of them. You can't really fuck up. I found this mission to be way harder the first time I played through this. I think one thing that has made this game a lot easier on my second playthrough, and here, I mean, I'm lucky that I even got away with this, because usually, I mean, look at how much time you eat up just backing up and then going forward again to get something that you missed. By no means a perfect run here at all. I got very down to the wire, as you can see. I did better on another attempt, but then I fucked up this part, because then you have to chase the cop, and he is a fucking idiot and goes in a bunch of different directions. And goes quite fast, so you really gotta stay on him. But one thing that I've gotten a little better at between playthroughs of this is like managing my speed and stuff in terms of like taking off the acceleration, hitting the brakes, etc. on turns and whatnot. Like, just, I think getting a better... It takes me a little while in a game, and I think this is for everybody, to sort of just get used to how it feels, and especially so with like driving games. And I think that's where, you know, with my Let's Plays, where playing through them the first time is kind of better for everybody, because like playing through them once before LPing it. I completely lost my train of thought. It doesn't matter, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, here we are. This is where we were chasing him to, and it's all to find Snake, who has just appeared, and is going to give us 3 or 4 very annoying missions. So I'll see you next time for those, featuring another guest commentator, of course.